We're here with Simon Jupe, Managing Director of Fishbowl Inventory Australia. Simon, Fishbowl's got a couple of different versions. One is the manufacturing version. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, Clayton. So I guess what our manufacturing edition is, it's the full-blown version of Fishbowl. So it has everything that the warehousing edition has in it. So multi-location, pricing, batch control, serial number tracking, sales order and purchase order management. But it then adds on top of that the ability to set up and configure your bill of materials for the things that you manufacture. And from that bill of materials, you actually create a manufacturing order. So you're creating a job card or a work order traveller, whatever your business refers to it as, to manage that production process. And we probably go fairly deep down into what you can do with a manufacturing setup. So a lot of the more basic systems you can have an assembly, but you can't do things such as stages where you sub-assemble something and you maybe sub-assemble that to a stock level, like you'd like to make 10 sub-assemblies and put them on the shelf, or maybe those sub-assemblies you build as you need it in a larger assembly. So Fishbowl has those options where you configure and set up the bill of materials the way that you manufacture things, as well as we do a lot of manufacturing with people that have batch control or expiry date or serial number tracking. So whether you're dealing with electronics with serial numbers or batch numbers, or you're dealing with food and you need to have food compliance with your forward and reverse traceability, what happens with Fishbowl's manufacturing is when you consume a raw material, you say which batch you pulled it from, and when you end up with a finished product that you've produced, it gets assigned a batch number or an expiry date or serial number if you track those, which gives us that reporting both forward and reverse in those types of industries. And on top of that, those work orders also have a scheduled date and also a time frame for production, so you can start to use Fishbowl with a little bit of scheduling. So we have a calendar where you can see what work orders are booked in, when they're due, when they need to be started, and if there's stages in those work orders, when the earlier assemblies have to be completed to meet the next stage assembly time. So there's all that scheduling in there for the work orders as well. And we have a little product called Fishbowl Labour, which means that if you want to start to cost labour into those work orders, you can have staff using Fishbowl Labour for clocking in and clocking off on their phones or a tablet, and that brings those labour costs down into the work order, so you've got costing including your labour costs.
Wow, there's a lot of functionality in there for manufacturers. How can someone in the manufacturing space find out more?
Yeah, I guess the best thing to do is have a chat. So give our office a call on 1300 785 755. Speak to one of the team and we can organise a demonstration where we can go through what Fishbowl does and see if it's going to tick all the boxes for your business.
Thanks, Simon.
Cheers.